Hello friends, Lee here from TableTop Bong. In this video, I'm going to take a few minutes and teach you how to clean a whip hose. More and more devices are using whip hoses, whether it be your TableTop Bong, like in this video, or it could be, your Arizer Extreme Q, Extreme Q2, it could be your Volcano Hybrid. There's lots and lots of devices now, and many bong systems that are including whip hoses as part of the experience. But what happens, 3 months down the road, 6 months down the road, 1 month down the road if you're a heavy user? What happens when it gets soiled and dirty? How do you get that thing clean? And how do you get it tasting like brand new again so that you're not tasting any of the contamination or buildup of residue in the hose? So let's head on to my sink, and I'm going to show you exactly what I do in this really quick tutorial of how to clean a whip hose. Before we head up there, I would just like to thank everybody who's watching and thank everybody who's watched my other videos for showing me as much love in the comments and with the viewership as I'm receiving. I am absolutely blown away. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm not going to put a big push to like and subscribe. I'm just going to appreciate if anybody does do that. So let's head off to the sink and then we'll have a look at what to do to clean a whip hose. Okay, let's go. So here we are, ready to go. All you need for this process is some isopropyl alcohol, 99% is good, and some coarse salt. I got pink Himalayan rock salt simply because it was on sale. Doesn't really matter what you use as long as it's a coarse salt. And you can see we've got a nice dirty whip hose here. All we're going to do is hold these two ends together and dump a little alcohol in here, and then we're going to drop some salt in there as well. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll show you the process right now. Just simply, nothing fancy to it, just dumping a little alcohol down both sides. And you can fold the ends over if you want to and move some of this alcohol around in there a little bit. Just move it back and forth and start cleaning that hose a tiny bit before you put the salt in. And then you just simply open up the salt and we're going to just dump it right down into both sides of the hose. Not doing anything fancy with that, not trying to be precision. And you can see that the salt will actually work as a cleaning agent with the alcohol in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold the ends over a little bit, and I'm going to move some of this alcohol down here to this treble end with the salt in it, and we're just going to start to work it back and forth. Just like this. It just takes a little bit of time, but if you work it, it'll start to come clean, that residue will come off. But most importantly, this will return it to a state of having a much better flavor because the residue is being cleaned and removed. You can also elevate one side to move the alcohol and salt to where you want it, and then pinch that off and it won't move too much because of a lack of airflow, and you can get that right in there and start really working this end. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time. This takes 5 or 10 minutes of working on it back and forth with the salt and the alcohol, as you see here. I'm not going to bother making you work through that whole thing with me. Like I said, 5 or 10 minutes of this scrubbing and everything comes super clean. I'm just going to work this end just a little bit more, so I'm just plugging the end and just working it back and forth with the salt and the alcohol. And then all you need to do beyond that is just simply rinse it out. You can let the water run into the end of the hose and you can see it's coming out the other end. And then you can reverse. This just gets all of the alcohol and the salt out. And just make sure So you can see this whip hose is considerably better already. Still a little bit soiled on the end. You have a couple of choices at this point. You can cut a couple inches off and save yourself the scrub time, or you can take an extra 5 minutes and go ahead and just scrub that end until it looks like the rest of this hose. So that's all the fancy tricks I have for cleaning a whip hose. Okay, as you can see, that was a really easy process. Of course, I didn't take all the time required to get it absolutely perfect. But trust me, if you work it a little bit with the alcohol and the salt, just like I was there in that demonstration, you can get your whip hose back to almost completely brand new. So thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. If you got something out of it, please hit that like and subscribe button so other people find me, and it makes it easier for other people to understand what to do as well, just simply because you hit like and subscribe. Again, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, take care.